Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Shona Virtue. I am a yoga teacher, personal trainer, and ex-gymnast, and I am going to take you through a little hip thrust tutorial to help you keep it safe and effective so that you work your gluteus maximus, or otherwise known as your gluteus maximus, or just your glutes in general. Let's do this. So before we talk about using the weight, let's just cover a couple of things with the concept and the movement of a hip thrust body weight, okay? So when we come down onto a bench, what we want to make sure of is that the positioning of our shoulder blades is just above the edge of the bench. So what I mean by that is, I'm gonna actually place this part of the bench right at my bra strap. Now, if you're not wearing a bra, hashtag free the nip, then it's basically where the base of your rib cage kind of connects into your spine. If you don't know where that is, middle of your back, all right? Just below the shoulder blades. We place our feet hip distance apart, but there are variations where you can start to go closer or wider and turn the toes out, and I'll cover those in another video. Now, when we come into this hip thrust position, the key thing is that it's a hip extension movement, not a back extension movement. So I don't want my spine to be arching. To really make sure my glutes get into this position, I need to ensure that my spine is neutral and it's the hip doing the driving, because that's where the glutes are located. If I start to extend through my back, my erectors, my back muscles are doing the work. And this is a really common mistake that occurs, is that you think, okay, I'm just gonna do this hip thrust movement, I'm gonna drive my hips forward, but in actual fact, you're just extending, hyperextending through the spine, okay? So, back down here. The way I usually like to correct this is when I'm down at the base, I try to do a little tuck. So I draw my belly in and I get my pubic bone and I say, I want my pubic bone to be looking up at my chin. Smiling at it, in fact. They're smiling at each other, all right? And then we drive up, okay? Lower down, drive up. So when I get to the top of the movement, my pubic bone is like, pleased to see me, okay? Not this, this. Alrighty, so I come onto the floor. The barbell pad is on. I roll the weight towards me. Now please take note that if you use a weight that is smaller, if you use one of those smaller barbells, you're not going to be able to roll it onto your legs like so. And in some cases, you can't roll the weight onto your leg anyway, right? Even with these, and that's okay. So what you sometimes have to do is turn your legs out like so, and then pull the bar up. All right, so then from there, I'm gonna bend my knees and get my feet into the placement that I'd like them to be in, knowing that I may make some adjustments when I get up into the position. From here, I kind of try to get my body as high as I possibly can. I'm a little shorty, so I find this quite difficult initially. If you're taller or have a longer torso, you're gonna find it a lot easier. You'll probably be in position already, okay? But if you're not, sometimes you have to get your elbows and kind of scoot yourself up. If the weight's not too heavy, you can start by actually just pushing into your elbows and lifting your hips off to get yourself in the right position, depending on where you need to be. From there, you're balancing the weight, okay? It's a little tricky to get used to in the beginning, but over time you will get it, I promise. Now, the next thing is making sure that the bar is in the right position across your hips. A lot of people complain of pain in their pelvis at the top. That might mean that the bar is too high up. If it's too high up, it's not actually going to be working your glutes either, because what will happen is that your spine will be under more pressure, so you'll probably end up in more of an extended position. If the bar is too low, it's going to hurt your pubic bone. There's usually a sweet spot, and every body is different, but between your pubic bone and your pelvis bones here, okay? So that's normally where you want the bar to fit, okay? The weight of the bar. So we get into position, push into the bench, lift off, adjust accordingly. And then from here, I go ahead and think about that posterior pelvic tilt. I keep my chin tucked in so that I remain with a flexed spine, belly in, ribs down, drive through the feet, heels and the balls of the feet, lifting up. So you may not be able to see your pubic bone anymore, but you want to imagine that pubic bone smiling at your chin smiling at your beautiful pubic bone. Drop down, drive up, drop down, drive up. When you come down, drop to the floor, push the bar forward, lean back, little wave at the person walking past you. Be like, that's right, I did just lift that barbell with my ass. Oh, don't mind me. I like to break a mental sweat too sometimes. Anyway, in regards to the hip thrust, I think one of the key things to remember is that we want to be making sure we're driving through the hips and not through the spine. So understanding that posterior pelvic tilt and core stability, so there's no movement, extension, flexion is good, but extension through the spine is going to keep that hip thrust movement really safe for you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.